Right now on Live at 5, we're asking the League City Police Department more about their chase policy after a pursuit over an expired sticker ended up with 2 innocent people going to the hospital.
Now, one of those was an 11-year-old boy. We can show you a map here, and it shows where the chase began and ended along the Gulf Freeway. Our Chaz Miller live where the chase ended last night at the Gulf Freeway at 5:18 with the latest on this case. Chaz.
Eric, good evening. Yeah, it ended right behind me underneath the freeway here. As you mentioned, 3 people went to the hospital. The mother, she's still in the hospital, unfortunately. Her 11-year-old son was treated and released. Now, the suspect is 19-year-old Anthony Cavazos. He is also in the hospital and will ultimately be charged with evading as well as aggravated assault. But let's tell you a little more about that pursuit, and then we'll get into some of the policies that the League City Police Department has when it comes to their chase policy. So, the pursuit started over an expired sticker. At one point, officers believe Cavazos was going 100 miles per hour on the main lanes of 45. They told me he then got away for a little bit, but the pursuit was later reinitiated and lasted about 4 minutes before ending in that crash. Now, I asked League City Police Officer Jose Ortega if a pursuit over an expired sticker was worth this outcome. He got into the department's chase policy and said it's ultimately up to the officer to decide whether or not to start a chase. He said the officer and a chase supervisor can determine whether or not to end it due to safety concerns, and added that the portion of the chase that ended in this crash was short and cited that as a cause as to why it wasn't terminated. Now, the department's chase policy states officers have a responsibility to determine whether or not continuing a pursuit outweighs the risk of public safety and must use, quote, sound judgment when pursuing a suspect. Things they are told to consider include traffic, road conditions, and the nature of the offense.
If it's deemed to where it becomes, unsafe or something like that, then, they will, terminate. This pursuit did last, right at 4 minutes, just under 4 minutes. So it was a very, very quick one. But as of, right now, all of our pursuits, we have a separate pursuit module that's completed that gets reviewed by our command staff, to make sure that it is following all of our pursuit policies.
Now, the suspect here, Cavazos, is just 19 years old. We don't have a mugshot for him because he's still in the hospital. And on top of that, there was also an open container found in his vehicle, according to League City Police. So they're investigating that role and what it might have played in that chase as well. Live in League City, I'm Chaz Miller, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.